Okay, to kick off this lesson, we are going to need to go to our Google Classroom and grab down our Photoshop file C2, which looks to be just about the same. It's just that this collage has a few different placement issues in terms of the layers. So we just want to download this and then we will open it. We're also going to need that Colosseum picture as well. That'll be here in just a few minutes. So if you've already opened C2, you can certainly go grab that Colosseum layer as well. So a few things we're going to talk about in this video are duplicating layers, how to delete layers, and then also how to paste in new layers as a little bit of a review from Unit B. So once we have our file open, the first thing we're going to do is talk a little bit about duplicating layers. So the first thing that we're going to do is target our coin layer. So sometimes you have an image in here, or typically you're not going to duplicate an image, I should say, unless it's something like this coin. Excuse me. Um, most of the time it might be a shape or something. It works the same way. You can duplicate shapes, you can duplicate images, you can also duplicate text. It all works the same way. There's several options for duplicating text, and I'm going to show you all of them. You can right click on your layer and choose duplicate. You can also go to your layer button on your menu bar and choose duplicate. Or you can use the keyboard shortcut, which is Control-J. So when you duplicate a layer, what happens is it appears directly on top of the layer that you had. It will just say coin copy or whatever you had named that layer. If it was just layer 2, it would say layer 2 copy. And so it's always a good idea to rename those. So I'm just going to call this top coin. And then with my move tool on the top coin layer, I'm just going to move it over just slightly so that you can kind of see that it's there and get this kind of, double depth effect that I was hoping for. So make it look like they've got two coins right on top of each other. You can also, just like we did with our marquees, you can move any one of the layers with your arrow keys on your keyboard. So feel free to do that if you want to be more precise. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to duplicate it one more time. So I always like to do the Control-J because I think that that's the easiest, but however you want to duplicate is completely up to you. So notice again that we duplicate and now it says top coin copy. We're going to call this one the bottom coin actually. And we're going to, once you have renamed, we're going to drag it down below the couple shadow layer. And so it's going to kind of be hidden at this point, but what I'd like you to do is just grab your move tool, make sure you're on the bottom coin layer, and just pull it over. And we're going to tuck it kind of off to the side of the girl in the picture. So we should have 3 coins total now, the original, the top, and then the bottom coin. So hopefully that worked for you. That's how we duplicate layers. Like I said, probably wouldn't do it for the picture because that would look really weird, but duplicating things like these coins, shapes, sometimes duplicating text are all options that you could do to do this. So the other thing I want to show you is how to delete a layer. What we're going to do is we're actually going to delete this Colosseum layer and bring in the black and white copy that's on Google Classroom. So deleting a layer is really simple. As long as it isn't locked, you can delete a layer by clicking the delete key on your keyboard, or at the very bottom of your layers panel, you're going to see that you have some different options, and we're going to end up talking about all of these eventually. But just go ahead and hit the little trash can, and that will delete the Colosseum layer. As a precaution, Photoshop always has a little warning box that says, are you sure you want to delete it? I always leave this on just because a lot of times I will bump something, whether that is my um, the trash can, whether I hit the delete button on my keyboard, whatever it happens to be. So I usually leave this as a precaution. But if it bothers you, you can click the don't show again. But like I said, I just leave it because it's an easy way in case I bump something. So that's how you delete a layer. It's very simple. I'm sure you could figure it out on your own. But just that we want to show you. So the next thing we need to do is go get, like I said, that Coliseum picture. That is on our Google Classroom. So we go back here and grab that Coliseum. It's a black and white photo. We're going to open it in a new window and then download it. Now, because we actually want this entire thing, you can see over here that we have a white background, and then we also have this Colosseum that is almost been cropped slightly so that we get that kind of white border around it. We want the entire thing. So you could, if you wanted to, you could use a marquee selection tool to select the entire thing. Or you can use Photoshop's command select all. You can do that one of two ways. Up on your menu bar, you can click select and hit select all, or you can see the control shortcut is control A. So either one would work. We're going to select everything. And now because of the fact that this is actually two layers, we need to go to edit and say copy merged. Copy merged just means that it's going to grab all of the layers in this entire document. So we want to do copy merged. And then we're going to come over to our C2 document, and it's actually going to paste wherever you're clicked in front of. So right now I'm clicked on the passport layer. If I go to edit, paste, you're going to see that it pastes right above there. So wherever you wanted to land it is up to you. For the sake of doing this, we're just going to bring it all the way to the top. And then with our move tool, we're just going to move it back up and over here, and we're going to do some transforming and changing of layers here in just a second. So I know it doesn't look great right now, but for the purpose of this video, we've accomplished everything we need to. We duplicated layers, we deleted layers, and then we added a new layer with a new document. Before we do this, let's quick change this and just type in Coliseum so we don't forget that that is what that's called, so it doesn't just say layer one. Okay, you can close the Coliseum picture because we are done with that. No, we do not need to save. And then this can just be left open, and we will continue with this in our next unit.